Some places hold more than just memories. Tonight, we uncover 13 locations across the United Kingdom where whispers of the past refuse to fade. These are places where the unexplained lingers, where history has left its mark in ways no one can fully understand. From centuries-old castles to quiet village corners, these stories are not mere folklore. They are accounts of those who claim to have felt, seen, or heard something beyond comprehension. Stay with us as we step into the shadows of these haunted places and explore what might still walk among us. If you're ready to uncover the mysteries, let's begin. Haunted place number 1, the Tower of London. Our journey begins at one of the most notorious landmarks in British history, the Tower of London. For nearly 1,000 years, this fortress has stood on the banks of the River Thames, serving as a royal residence, a prison, and the site of countless executions. Few places are as entwined with tales of treachery and loss. Within these stone walls, Anne Boleyn, the second wife of King Henry VIII, met her tragic end. Her ghost is said to wander the grounds, clutching her severed head, her presence marked by an unshakable chill. Then, there's the tale of the princes in the tower. 2 young heirs who vanished under mysterious circumstances, their fate shrouded in centuries of speculation. Some claim their restless spirits linger in the bloody tower, where shadows flicker and whispers seem to carry their unspoken story. The tower's history is written in blood, its stones bearing witness to betrayal, suffering, and grief, making it a place where the past refuses to stay silent. Over the years, visitors and staff alike have reported encounters with the unexplainable. Many speak of phantom footsteps echoing through empty corridors, as if unseen prisoners still pace their cells. Others recount seeing ghostly figures, soldiers in Tudor garb standing guard, only to vanish moments later. The most chilling sightings involve a faceless woman in white, her figure drifting silently through the execution site. And then, there are those who describe a sudden, overwhelming sense of sorrow, as if the walls themselves mourn the tragedies they have witnessed. The Tower of London remains a place where history and the unexplained collide. From the Bloody Tower to the infamous execution site, each corner holds a story waiting to be told. Is it merely the weight of history, or does something unseen truly roam these ancient halls? Only those brave enough to walk its grounds can decide for themselves. Haunted Place 2, Pluckley Village, Kent. Our next stop takes us to Pluckley, a picturesque village in Kent with a chilling reputation. Dubbed Britain's most haunted village, this seemingly serene place hides a darker side, where ghostly tales have been passed down for generations. Among the most infamous spirits is the Screaming Man, said to be a brickworker who met a gruesome end in a clay pit. His agonizing cries are still heard echoing in the stillness of the night. Then there's the Highwayman, whose story ends at Fright Corner, where he was reportedly run through with a sword and pinned to a tree. Witnesses claim his ghost still replays his final moments, darting through the shadows. And who could forget the Watercress Woman, a forlorn figure seen by a bridge, carrying the scars of a fiery demise, or the Red Lady, forever searching the churchyard for her lost child. Each of these legends adds a layer to Pluckley's haunted tapestry, drawing countless visitors in search of the unknown. Pluckley's haunted reputation is no mere local folklore. Visitors report chilling encounters, figures shrouded in mist, disembodied whispers in the fields, and even the faint scent of burning near the Watercress Woman's bridge. Inside the During Arms, a cozy village pub, patrons have described objects moving on their own and the feeling of being watched. And yet, despite these eerie happenings, it's the quiet moments, where the air feels too still, that leave the deepest impression. From the shadowy corners of Fright Corner to the candlelit churchyard, Pluckley is a place where history and mystery intertwine. Its stories invite us to wonder. Are these mere figments of imagination, or do the spirits of the past truly linger here? What do you think? Could these sightings be more than just legends? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Share this video with fellow ghost story enthusiasts. And join us as we uncover the next haunted destination. The journey is just beginning. Next, we travel to another chilling location. Stay tuned. Haunted Places 3, Edinburgh Castle, Scotland. Standing sentinel over the city of Edinburgh, this ancient fortress has witnessed centuries of conflict, betrayal, and death. Edinburgh Castle is not just a symbol of Scotland's history. It's a place where the past refuses to stay silent. Its dungeons held prisoners of war from the Napoleonic era, their final days marked by torment and despair. The ramparts bore witness to countless sieges, the echoes of cannon fire still lingering in the air. Among the castle's many specters is the headless drummer. His soundless beats a chilling reminder of a long-forgotten execution. Then there's the lone piper, who vanished while exploring the castle's hidden tunnels. Some say his mournful tune still drifts through the night. And deep within the castle walls, the spirits of prisoners remain, their restless energy a constant reminder of Edinburgh Castle's grim past. Visitors often describe a sudden, unexplainable chill as they wander the castle's corridors. Disembodied footsteps echo through empty halls, and faint whispers seem to come from nowhere. One of the most chilling reports is the phantom music of the lone piper, said to rise from the depths of the castle's ancient tunnels. It's a sound that sends shivers down the spines of those who hear it. With each unexplained encounter, the question remains, are these the lingering spirits of Edinburgh's dark history? Step into the shadowy dungeons, where the air feels thick with the weight of the past. Walk the ramparts, where the ghostly piper's tune seems to follow your every step. What would you feel standing here, surrounded by centuries of history and whispers of the beyond? Let us know in the comments below. Do you believe the spirits of Edinburgh Castle are still among us? Share your thoughts. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a journey into the unknown. Next, we uncover another of the UK's most haunted locations. Stay with us. The night is far from over. Haunted Place 4, Ancient Ram Inn, Gloucestershire. Hidden in the quaint English village of Wootton-under-Edge stands the Ancient Ram Inn, an unassuming structure steeped in a chilling past. But beneath its picturesque exterior lies a history shrouded in darkness. Built in 1145, the inn sits atop an ancient pagan burial ground, a place where rituals were performed to summon forces not of this world. Legends tell of child sacrifices and dark rites that tainted the soil forever. Over the centuries, this inn has become notorious for its malevolent entities. Among the most feared is the spirit of a witch burned at the stake, said to curse all who enter her room. And then, there's the demonic presence in the bishop's room, a force so powerful it has driven visitors to flee in terror. The Ancient Ram Inn holds secrets that time cannot erase, each corner heavy with the echoes of its sinister past. Those who step into the Ancient Ram Inn describe an immediate sense of unease, as if unseen eyes are watching their every move. Visitors and former owners recount chilling encounters, unseen hands tugging at clothing, dark shadows moving against the walls, and an oppressive atmosphere that feels impossible to shake. Perhaps most terrifying are the stories of objects moving on their own and apparitions appearing without warning. One guest described waking in the dead of night to a dark figure looming at the foot of their bed. Many who've braved the night here speak of an indescribable terror, a fear that lingers long after they've left. Dimly lit corridors and creaking wooden floors lead you through the inn's claustrophobic rooms. Each step feels heavier, as though the walls themselves hold their breath. If you were to stay a night here, could you face the darkness that dwells within these ancient walls? Tell us in the comments. Would you dare to spend the night at the Ancient Ram Inn? Share your thoughts. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Real Ghost Stories channel, and hit the notification bell to join us on our journey to the next haunted location. The deeper we go, the darker the night becomes. Stay tuned. This is only the beginning of the horror. Haunted Place 5, Raynham Hall, Norfolk. Our journey takes us to the elegant yet eerie Raynham Hall, nestled in the heart of Norfolk. This stately home became a global sensation thanks to one of the most famous ghost photographs ever taken, the image of the Brown Lady. Legend tells that the Brown Lady is the restless spirit of Lady Dorothy Walpole, a woman said to have suffered heartbreak and betrayal within these very walls. Confined to the hall by her husband, she is believed to have died under mysterious circumstances, her sorrow etched into the fabric of the home. The photograph, captured in 1936, shows a spectral figure descending the grand staircase, shrouded in a glowing haze. To this day, it remains one of the most debated and chilling pieces of ghostly evidence ever recorded. For centuries, Raynham Hall's residents and visitors have reported encounters with the Brown Lady. Witnesses describe her glowing form gliding through the corridors, her hollow eyes seemingly searching for something or someone. Other phenomena include unexplained footsteps echoing through the hallways, sudden chills in the air, and an overwhelming sense of unease in her presence. Was the photograph a clever hoax or the undeniable proof of a spirit trapped in time? As you step into Raynham Hall, you can almost feel the weight of its history. The grand staircase, immortalized in the photograph, stands as a silent witness to the paranormal activity that surrounds this place. If you stood before that staircase, would you dare to look up, knowing what might be staring back? Let us know in the comments. Do you believe the brown lady's presence was captured, or is it all an elaborate illusion? Her story lingers in the shadows, waiting for those brave enough to seek the truth. Haunted Place 6, Hampton Court Palace, London. Our next destination takes us to the majestic Hampton Court Palace, a masterpiece of Tudor architecture with a past as turbulent as the reign of Henry VIII himself. This royal residence, steeped in history, has witnessed centuries of intrigue, betrayal, and tragedy. Among its ghostly inhabitants is Catherine Howard, Henry VIII's fifth wife, who was dragged screaming through the gallery, pleading for mercy before her execution. Her anguished cries are said to echo through the halls to this day. Other phantoms, including Jane Seymour and a mysterious grey-cloaked figure known as the Lady in Grey, have also been reported wandering its corridors, forever linked to the palace's dark history. Visitors and staff alike have reported spine-chilling encounters, doors slamming shut on their own, sudden cold spots, and ghostly apparitions caught on CCTV. One of the most infamous sightings is that of a spectral figure in Tudor clothing, believed to be Catherine herself, gliding through the gallery known as Haunted Gallery. In 2003, palace security cameras captured an unexplained image of a figure opening the fire exit doors, a sight that left even skeptics questioning the supernatural. As we roam through the Haunted Gallery and the palace's grand halls, one question lingers. Are these restless spirits simply echoes of the past, or could they still be seeking resolution? Have you ever visited a place where history seemed alive? Let us know your thoughts and share your experience in the comments below. And stay with us as we uncover more chilling tales from the most haunted places in the UK. Haunted Place 7, Borley Rectory, Essex. Our journey now takes us to Borley Rectory in Essex, once dubbed the most haunted house in England. Though the building no longer stands, its dark legacy continues to haunt the imagination of those who dare to uncover its secrets. Built in 1862, the rectory became infamous for its chilling tales of paranormal activity. Legend has it that the site was cursed, tied to the tragic story of a nun and a monk forbidden to be together. Their love story ended in betrayal, with the monk executed and the nun entombed alive in the walls of the property. The rectory's sinister reputation grew in the early 20th century when a series of bizarre events, phantom footsteps, eerie whispers, and spectral sightings, plagued its residents. The haunting culminated in 1939 when a fire destroyed the building, but not its ghostly lore. Reports of the supernatural were meticulously documented by paranormal investigator Harry Price, who conducted seances and wrote extensively about the rectory's ghostly residents. Witnesses claimed to see spectral figures, including a headless coachman and the nun wandering the grounds at dusk. Perhaps the most unsettling accounts were of objects moving inexplicably, strange messages scrawled on the walls, and unexplained cold spots. Even after the fire, people continued to report sightings near the rectory's former location. Could the restless spirits tied to this cursed ground still linger, seeking closure for the tragedies that bound them to this world? Though the rectory is gone, its eerie history leaves behind a question. Can a place be so haunted that its ghosts outlive its walls? Share your thoughts in the comments and let us know what you think of Borley Rectory's chilling legacy. And don't go far. Our next haunted location is just as spine-tingling. Haunted Place 8, the Skirrid Inn, Wales. In the heart of the Welsh countryside stands a building with a history as dark as its ancient stone walls, the Skirrid Inn. For centuries, this inn has witnessed stories of life and death, none more chilling than its grim role as a site of execution. During the 17th century, this inn doubled as a courtroom, where those found guilty faced their final punishment. A wooden beam above the staircase served as the gallows, and the condemned met their fate in full view of onlookers. It is said that the sorrow and terror of these events have soaked into the very fabric of the building. Some legends even suggest ties to the Welsh Revolt, further entwining the inn's history with rebellion, bloodshed, and lingering spirits. Over the years, countless visitors have left with stories of their own, of cold, invisible hands gripping their necks, ghostly footsteps echoing through empty halls, and shadowy figures that vanish into thin air. One of the most persistent spirits is said to be the judge, forever bound to the trials held here, accompanied by the anguished souls of those he condemned. Guests often report an overwhelming sense of dread, as if the weight of history presses down on them, and some even claim to feel the sensation of a noose tightening around their throats. With so many chilling accounts, it's no wonder this inn has earned its reputation as one of the most haunted places in Wales. Today, the Skirrid Inn is still open to the public, offering food, drink, and perhaps an encounter with the unexplained. Whether you're sitting by the fire or walking the creaking staircase, you might find yourself wondering if you're truly alone. As we move on to our next haunted destination, the stories grow darker still. What do you think of the tales from the Skirrid Inn? Are they echoes of justice long past, or is something more sinister at play? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Haunted Place 9, Chillingham Castle, Northumberland. Chillingham Castle, nestled in the rugged landscape of Northumberland, is as steeped in history as it is in bloodshed. Originally built in the 12th century, this imposing fortress has served as a royal residence, military stronghold, and even a prison during some of England's most turbulent times. Known for its role in the Wars of the Roses, Chillingham was a place of unspeakable suffering. Prisoners were held here, enduring brutal torture at the hands of their captors. Some say their spirits never left. Today, visitors to Chillingham Castle often encounter unexplained phenomena. The most notorious is the Blue Boy, a child's ghost who haunts the castle's rooms, his apparition seen as a glowing blue figure, roaming the hallways with a sorrowful presence. Guests also speak of cold spots, eerie whispers, and a suffocating air in the dungeons, where tortured souls still seem to linger. Some even claim to hear the clanking of chains and the screams of those who met their tragic end in this fortress. As you walk through the dark, stone corridors, you may feel the oppressive weight of history. From the haunting cries in the distance to the chilling drafts sweeping through empty rooms, Chillingham Castle is a place where the past refuses to stay buried. Could these ghostly figures be remnants of a violent past, or is something more terrifying waiting to be discovered? Let us know what you think in the comments as we move on to our next haunting. Haunted Place 10, Dover Castle, Kent. Perched high on the cliffs of Kent, Dover Castle has stood as a strategic fortress for over 900 years. Its role in defending England from invaders has made it a symbol of strength and resilience. But it's also become a place where restless spirits are said to wander. Throughout the centuries, Dover Castle has seen its fair share of bloodshed. From its use in World War II as a command center to its earlier history as a royal residence, countless lives have been lost within these walls. And some say that the echoes of their tragic stories still haunt the castle today. Among the many hauntings reported, one of the most chilling is that of a ghostly sentry seen standing guard along the castle walls, vanishing into thin air when approached. Others have witnessed the ghost of a medieval soldier, still guarding the castle, his figure illuminated in the dim torchlight. Strange sounds are also common here. Footsteps echoing in the corridors, the sound of chains rattling, and the heavy thud of doors slamming shut without cause have all been reported by startled visitors and staff alike. As you walk through the shadowy tunnels and chambers of Dover Castle, it's hard not to wonder if those who lived and fought here are still present. Could the chilling draft sweeping through the corridors be just the wind, or the whispers of soldiers long gone? Do you think Dover Castle's haunted past is still alive, or is it simply a product of overactive imaginations? Drop your thoughts below as we continue our journey through the most haunted places in the UK. Haunted Place 11, Pendle Hill, Lancashire. Rising ominously from the Lancashire countryside, Pendle Hill is forever linked to one of England's darkest chapters in history, the infamous Pendle witch trials of 1612. At the summit of this hill, where the witches are said to have gathered, legend has it that they made pacts with the devil himself. 12 people were accused of witchcraft and hanged, their spirits said to still roam the hill, seeking revenge on those who condemned them. Visitors to Pendle Hill report eerie experiences. Phantom footsteps following them along the winding paths, the sensation of being watched from the shadows, and unsettling cold spots that seem to appear out of nowhere. Some even claim to have seen dark figures moving among the rocks, their features obscured by the mist that often blankets the hill. The sounds of chanting, faint whispers on the wind, and sudden drops in temperature add to the growing sense that someone, is lurking just out of sight. At dusk, as the hill is swallowed by fog, it becomes impossible to separate fact from myth. Could the spirits of the condemned still be seeking justice? And as you stand at the foot of Pendle Hill, could the witch's curse be real? Or is it simply the weight of centuries of sorrow, never truly laid to rest? Haunted Place 12, Glamis Castle, Scotland. Deep in the Scottish Highlands, Glamis Castle stands as a stunning testament to centuries of Scottish history. But it's also a place shrouded in dark legends. Home to tales of monstrous creatures and ghostly apparitions, Glamis is most famous for its connection to the mysterious Monster of Glamis, a supposed deformed relative of the royal family, locked away in the castle's hidden rooms. Beyond that, the castle's connection to witchcraft and the supernatural dates back to the 16th century, where whispers of curses and restless spirits fill the air. Eyewitness accounts of ghostly figures and unexplained noises are rampant at Glamis. Visitors have reported seeing a figure known as the Grey Lady, believed to be the spirit of a lady in waiting who tragically died after being accused of witchcraft. Others claim to hear the eerie sounds of phantom footsteps echoing through the hallways at night, and some have even seen a shadowy figure lurking at the top of the staircase, a spectral presence, forever bound to the castle's grim history. As you explore Glamis Castle, the sense of unease is hard to ignore. The chilling silence of the long corridors, the flicker of lights in empty rooms, and the cold spots that seem to appear out of nowhere all add to the haunting atmosphere. Could the Monster of Glamis still be hiding in the shadows? Or is it simply the ghosts of the past that refuse to leave this place? What other secrets lie buried in the dark corners of this ancient castle? Haunted Place number 13. The Red Lion Pub, Avebury. Nestled in the heart of Avebury, an ancient village famous for its prehistoric stone circle, stands the Red Lion Pub, a seemingly quaint establishment with a dark and unsettling past. Originally built in the 14th century, this pub has witnessed centuries of local history, including tales of murder, tragedy, and unexplainable deaths. But it's not the history of the building alone that draws attention. It's the disturbing paranormal events that have taken place within its walls. With its close proximity to Avebury's stone circle, often linked to ancient druidic rituals, the Red Lion Pub has become a hotbed for supernatural occurrences. Ghostly figures have been reported in various parts of the pub, with many patrons claiming to have seen shadowy silhouettes move through the rooms, disappearing before their eyes. Some say they've heard the faint sound of someone walking up and down the stairs, but when they investigate, no one is there. Others feel an overwhelming sense of unease, as if they are being watched, especially in the cellar, where the presence of the dead seems strongest. One of the most chilling tales comes from the pub's former owners, who describe hearing a woman's voice call out to them from the empty rooms, only to discover nothing but silence. As you walk through the Red Lion Pub, you can't shake the feeling that you're not alone. The atmosphere is thick with the weight of history, and the unexplained whispers that seem to echo through the walls only heighten the tension. Could these restless spirits be drawn from the ancient rituals at the nearby stone circle? Or is the Red Lion simply a magnet for the souls of the past, unable to move on from their tragic fates? The unanswered questions linger in the air, just as the ghosts of Avebury refuse to be forgotten. As we ventured through the UK's most haunted locations, one thing becomes clear. The history here is not just written in books, but in the eerie whispers and ghostly apparitions that linger in these ancient places. From the blood-soaked corridors of castles to the chilling energy of haunted villages, these locations are steeped in more than just stories. They are alive with the echoes of the past. Each of these places has its own unique tale, a tragic chapter that continues to haunt the living. But the question remains, how much of it is folklore, and how much is truth? Could the spirits of the past still be walking among us? Or are we simply witnessing the effects of our own fears? Would you dare to visit any of these locations? Which one has left you with the most questions? The most mystery? Take a moment to reflect. We'd love to hear from you. Have you ever experienced anything paranormal? Have you been to any of these places? Or perhaps witnessed something you can't explain? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you're fascinated by the unknown and enjoy exploring haunted places with us, make sure to subscribe to the Real Ghost Stories channel and turn on the notification bell. Join us for more spine-tingling adventures as we uncover even more chilling stories.